Okay, we've come to our first word. Now we see the picture. This is what it is, and this is the definition. So let's go over the definition. A warm coat with sleeves. It's very similar to coat. Coat and another word mean the same thing. What is the other word? We say jacket. 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 Jacket and coat are basically the same, right? We say jacket for the covering that we wear. It's the same as a coat. We wear them in the winter or when it's cold outside, we want to stay warm, put on a jacket. Put on a coat. Same thing. The next one is another type of clothing that we wear when it's cold outside. But we wear these over our hands. So this is the picture. The warm thing that you wear on your hand. So if I wear it on my hand, right? I put it on. What is it? What do we call that? We call that a glove. This is a glove. This is a very colorful glove. This is a very warm glove, right? So we wear gloves when we want to stay warm. A glove. Very easy. Okay, the next word. That's so cute, isn't it? Okay. To hold, it's a verb. We're looking for a verb. To hold somebody close in your arms. So to hold, that's a verb. To hold somebody close in your arms. Like, wow, these very cute monkeys, right? They're holding each other. They love each other, right? Maybe they're doing it to stay warm too. But in this case, we say cuddle. Cuddle. These two monkeys are cuddling. By the way, you may have thought hug. Hug. What's the difference between hug and cuddle? 이거 하고 어떻게 다르니, right? What's the difference between hug and cuddle? Hug is very quick. It's like you see your friend. Hey, how are you doing? You hug that person. Done. Finished. Quick. But cuddle is a long time, right? And be careful. Cuddle usually means like romantic, right? Boyfriend or girlfriend. Or parent and child. That's not romantic, right? But that's just people who hold on to each other for a long time, right? Cuddle and maybe, pet the hair or something. You cuddle. You might cuddle your pet if you have a dog or a cat. You cuddle that pet for a long time. Hug, done, finished, okay? So hug is short time, cuddle is for a longer time. So to cuddle, to hold somebody close in your arms. Okay. Not thin. Whoa, look at that book. Can you read that book? It would take a very, very long time to read this book. Why? Because it's not thin. It's not a thin book. It's really thick. It's a thick book. So if we see something that is very wide, right, like this, then we say it's thick. It has a lot of thickness. Not thin. Thin is like this. Thick is like this, right? Okay, so thick, not thin. The next word we have, look at this. It looks very soft, right? You can put your hand on it and it feels very soft, right? It's hair that covers an animal's body. An animal's body, not human, right? If it's hair that covers an animal's body, we call it fur. Fur. Not human. Do not say human fur. We say hair, right? So for humans have hair. Animals have fur. So humans have hair on their head. If we have hair on our arms, it's not fur, it's hair, okay? Humans have hair. Animals have fur. And animals have a lot of fur. If you have a dog or a cat, they have fur all over their body. So an animal's fur. Hair that covers an animal's body. It covers it everywhere. Next is a piece of cloth that you wear. It's a type of clothing. A piece of cloth that you wear, there are many types of clothing. This one you wear around your neck. Here it is, right? So if it's cold outside, you wear this and you put it around your neck. It keeps your neck warm. Because it's very cold outside. You can put it up over your face, right? To protect your nose and your mouth. So some people wear it up here if it's really cold. What do we call it? We call it a scarf. Scarf. S-C. Scarf. Scarf. Okay? And then R-F at the end. Scarf. Okay? That's one scarf. But if we have many, 2, 3, 4, 5, or many, we say scarves. Scarves. Okay? You guys try. Scarves. Scarves. Okay? So we have V and S. Scarves. Okay? Don't pronounce the E. Scarves. So one scarf, two scarves. Okay? So scarf is singular, plural is scarves. Another piece of clothing that we wear to keep warm. Okay, the next word is a large animal with thick fur. That's a very simple definition. We're looking for this animal here because there are many large animals with thick fur, right? But we're looking for this specific one. Where do we find him? We find him at the North Pole. At the North Pole, way up north, we find this animal, large animal with thick fur. We call this animal a bear, right? Now, there are many kinds of bears, right? This is a polar bear. A polar bear. A polar bear is a bear that lives at the North Pole. It's very large. It has thick fur. Not all bears live at the North Pole. There are other bears that live further south, like black bears, brown bears, okay? Many types of bears. But the bear that lives at the North Pole is a polar bear. Okay. Next word, having a low temperature. If something has a low temperature, low, what do we say? It is cold. It's cold. Outside, in the winter time, it is cold. It has a low temperature. Temperature is the number that says how cold or how hot it is outside or inside. What is the temperature of the air, right? If it's a low temperature, it's cold. If it's a high temperature, it's hot, okay? Okay, but what about not very hot or very cold? So we have hot, high temperature. We have cold, low temperature, high temperature, low temperature. But we want in the middle, not very hot, not very cold, in between. We say it's warm. So warm. Warm is between hot and cold. It's not high temperature, it's not low temperature, it's in the middle. It's warm. Usually, we are warm. In your house, it's warm. At your school, I hope, it's warm because they're inside. We like to have the temperature to be warm. That's normal. Not very hot, not very cold. It's warm, in the middle. Okay. Here we have another piece of clothing. Another piece of clothing. This is something you wear on your head. So you put it on your head, right? There are many styles, many types. This is one style. It's a woman's style. A woman would wear this. This is a hat. Very easy. Hat. Do you have a hat? Sometimes you can say a cap, like a baseball cap is very common. Baseball cap, right? That's the cap that you put on your head. It has the long part out here that protects your face from the sun. Most hats protect your face from the sun, but there are many styles of hats, many different types of hats. Okay. Now, here we have an interesting word, the soft part of your body under your skin. So under my skin, it's soft, right? Yeah, my stomach is soft, right? If it's hard, it's not this. But if it's soft, what do we call it? We call it fat. So under my skin, on my belly, on my stomach, that is fat, right? If you work out, if you exercise, it's not fat, then it's muscle. If it's hard, it's muscle. If it's soft and weak, then it's fat. But fat keeps you warm, right? Okay, so fat. The soft part of your body under your skin is fat. But if you have a lot of fat, you're warm. But you shouldn't have too much fat, right? You should also have muscle. Okay. An animal that lives in the water. An animal that lives in the water. Like this animal right here, that animal lives in the water. It breathes. It breathes in the water. What is it? It is, of course, a fish. Fish are very common and they live in the water. Fish are common animals that live in the water. Sometimes they jump out of the water, and they're fish. Fish.